Hello, and welcome to this video on cybersecurity. In today's world, cybersecurity is becoming increasingly important as technology advances and our dependence on it grows. Hackers and cybercriminals are constantly finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities in our systems and steal sensitive information. It's important to stay informed and take steps to protect ourselves from these threats. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about cybersecurity, including what it is, why it's important, and how to protect yourself. Section 1. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity refers to the practice of protecting computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from digital attacks, theft, and damage. It involves various technologies, processes, and practices that are designed to safeguard sensitive information and prevent unauthorized access. The goal of cybersecurity is to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital assets and ensure that they are protected from potential threats. Section 2. Why is cybersecurity important? Cybersecurity is important because it affects everyone who uses technology. Cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated and widespread, and they can have serious consequences. Cyber attacks can result in the theft of personal and financial information, the disruption of critical infrastructure, the loss of business and revenue, and even physical harm. By implementing effective cybersecurity measures, individuals, businesses, and organizations can reduce their risk of being targeted by cybercriminals and protect themselves from potential harm. Section 3. Types of cybersecurity threats. There are several types of cybersecurity threats that individuals, businesses, and organizations need to be aware of. Malware. Malware is software that is designed to damage, disrupt, or steal information from a computer system. It includes viruses, worms, trojans, spyware, and ransomware. Phishing. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack that involves tricking people into revealing sensitive information. It can be done through emails, text messages, or phone calls. Password attacks. Password attacks are attempts to steal or guess a user's login credentials. These attacks can include brute force attacks, dictionary attacks, and phishing. Denial of service. DOS attacks. DOS attacks involve flooding a website or server with traffic in order to overload and crash the system. Man-in-the-middle (MITM) attacks. MITM attacks involve intercepting and altering communications between two parties in order to steal information or gain unauthorized access to a system. Section 4. How to protect yourself from cybersecurity threats. There are several steps you can take to protect yourself from cybersecurity threats. Use strong passwords. Use complex and unique passwords for all your accounts and change them regularly. Use a password manager to generate and store passwords securely. Keep software updated. Keep your software, operating system, and apps up to date with the latest security patches and updates. Use antivirus software. Use reputable antivirus software to protect your computer from malware and other threats. Use two-factor authentication. Use two-factor authentication, 2FA, whenever possible to add an extra layer of security to your accounts. Be careful with links and attachments. Don't click on suspicious links or open attachments from unknown sources. Verify the sender and scan attachments with antivirus software before opening them. Use a virtual private network, VPN. Use a VPN to encrypt your internet connection and protect your privacy when using public Wi-Fi or browsing online. Back up your data. Regularly back up your important files and data to a secure location to prevent data loss in case of a cyber attack. Section 5. Cybersecurity best practices for businesses. In addition to the steps individuals can take to protect themselves from cybersecurity threats, businesses and organizations also need to implement best practices to safeguard their digital assets. Here are some key cybersecurity best practices for businesses. Conduct regular security assessments. Regularly assess your organization's security posture to identify vulnerabilities and risks. This includes conducting penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, and risk assessments. Implement access controls. Implement access controls to limit access to sensitive information and systems. This includes role-based access control, least privilege access, and multi-factor authentication. Train employees. Educate employees on cybersecurity best practices and how to identify and report potential security incidents. This includes regular security awareness training and phishing simulations. Use encryption. Use encryption to protect sensitive data both at rest and in transit. This includes encrypting files, databases, and communication channels. Implement incident response plans. Develop and implement an incident response plan to respond to cybersecurity incidents effectively. This includes establishing a response team, defining incident handling procedures, and regularly testing the plan. Regularly backup data. Regularly backup critical data and store it in a secure location to prevent data loss in case of a cyber attack. Use cybersecurity frameworks. Use cybersecurity frameworks such as the NIST Cybersecurity Framework or ISO 27001 to guide your organization's cybersecurity strategy and implementation. Section 6. Conclusion. In conclusion, cybersecurity is a critical issue that affects everyone who uses technology. Cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated and widespread, and individuals, businesses, and organizations need to take steps to protect themselves from potential harm. By implementing best practices and following cybersecurity guidelines, we can reduce the risk of cyber attacks and protect our digital assets. Remember to use strong passwords, keep your software updated, use antivirus software, be careful with links and attachments, use a VPN, back up your data, and implement best practices for businesses. Thank you for watching, and stay safe online. We appreciate your support and feedback, so if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below.